much as I love the two of you, the truth is I want fewer politicians and I want them to do less. So I wonder whether one of the solutions is to adopt, is it the rule they have in Texas, where the Texan Senate can only meet for 100 days a year or some such like. I don't have a solution to the case.
You just want less laws.
I want many fewer laws than we have at the moment, and it just does seem to, what you've been saying, expand and expand and expand, and, you know, I'd like to find some ways of just, you know, slightly narrowing the influence of politics on our lives.
You see, John, I definitely think you're onto something here. I mean, I got elected for the first time in 2005, and it's changed massively since then, largely because of social media, email. Back when I first got elected, people did still communicate with you by letter, largely. You used to go and pick up your sack of letters and whatever and bring them to the office every day. Whereas now, you hardly get any letters. It's all emails. The thing that really worries me, and this is about, you know, it's campaign emails are the worst things, and an MP's reaction to them. So, for example, now, MPs should be, in my opinion, scrutinising legislation. This is the stuff that people have to abide by. You know, the laws that somebody's going to have to implement, whether it's a business or an individual or whatever. And yet MPs are not interested in scrutinising legislation, whether or not legislation's fit for purpose or not. Nobody does that anymore. But what you do is you get thousands of emails with an instruction from your constituents, you know, that the all-party group for Tiddlywinks is meeting next Thursday. I demand that you attend that meeting. And so when an MP thinks, well, shall I go to the all-party group for Tiddlywinks, or shall I go and scrutinise this really important legislation that could be restricting our freedoms, MPs will think, oh, I'll keep my constituents happy, I'll go to the all-party group for Tiddlywinks. And I think this is really I don't think the public who contact MPs realise the damage I think they're doing to the country. It's all very well-meaning, but it means that MPs are passing inadequate legislation that's not being properly scrutinised.
But then it's a clear definition, so you know this is what your MP does. And back to your first point, there isn't a clear definition. And MPs probably sell themselves down the Swanee, as it were, as well as when they're standing for election, because somebody's standing next to you, well, I'll always be there, I'll be doing this, I will be mowing your lawn if need be, I'll be going round seeing your mum, I will make sure I'm at every coffee morning. Now, if somebody's doing that and everybody wants to see you and you've got 70,000 people who have voted you in, no wonder the role's changing.
Well, this is a problem, isn't it? What's the number one aim of a politician? To get elected. That's the job description, effectively. There is no job description beyond that. And I think the whole party political system, and John does raise this in his article, the way the party political system works is the party chooses people who will not necessarily make good MPs, but people who will be loyal to the party, who will do what the party leaders tell them. And very often that means they're younger people who are perhaps, I think, cynically, because I'm a bit of a cynic, that the party leaders think are a little bit more malleable, rather than people, dare I say it, like myself when I became a councillor at 45, which I think was just about the right age, because I think I'd got the emotional maturity to do the job, I had plenty of life experience, and I think I did a good job. But I think the problem now is we've got very, very young people getting into politics, seeing it at a very superficial level, and then they work their way up the train. Some of them